guys, I'm back, and I bring you the next character for Characters Why I Like Them series. And this is the female that dubs herself the Magical Genius. She is from the anime series, the Slayers, and she's the main protagonist of the series. And her name is Lina Inverse, the teenage sorceress of the group. Uh, Lina Inverse, yeah. Lina is definitely the, I guess you could say, the joy of the Slayer series. She is, you can kind of say she's the heart and soul of the series because she is the main character, but she definitely holds her own with the other main characters, like many of her, her companions, like Gowry, you know, and Zelgaskisk and Amelia, and people like that. Lina, Lina's just a funny, overzealous, full of energy character. And like I said, that she dubs herself the sorcerer, the magical genius, and she specifies in black magic. She's also skilled in shamanism as well as simple. She's got a little bit of training in white magic as well, and she could also hold her own with, if she want to go old school, with a short sword. She wields a short sword, so she's versatile in, swordsmanship as well. Now the thing about Lina and is more about her age. Now I said she's the teenage sorceress. Now she is a teenager. She's still in her teens. But if you've read the mangas before watching the series really informed really early in the series, from the first series, Slayers, how old she was. Okay? For example, in the Slayers series, the first season of Slayers, which is just titled Slayers, it was formed early that she was only 15 years old. Okay, and the series progressed, she grows older. So basically, she was 15 in the Slayers, in the first series, Slayers Next, which was basically season 2. She was 16. Slayers Try, season 3, she was 17, and Slayers Revolution and Slayers Evolution R, she's 18 years old in that. But sometimes during but her age was more difficult to determine in the novels and the manga series. That was the problem. It was a little bit harder for that one. But let me talk about a little bit more about Lina in terms of her magical skills and things like that. Lina is feared by she's known as one of the most powerful and feared sorcerers in all the land, in the Slayers universe. By age 14, she pretty much already became famous, despite being she got some bad habits. Okay, let's put it like that. One of the bad habits, they say, is she eats too much. But the thing is, it's like she eats too much, but she doesn't grow. And they play that up in the series, like she doesn't grow anywhere, and I mean everywhere. I put the emphasis on that. She's known as the Bandit Killer, and by stopping bandits, she takes their money. and she, but she has good intentions, though. She's like Robin Hood in a way, but sometimes she's not. you know. She also uses her most powerful attacks on the simplest people, where and she causes a lot of collateral damage when fighting evil forces. Like she'll throw out her most powerful attacks, like the Giga Slave, and it's like she be hired by some of the local people to help, and she causes more damage than the bandits do, and then the people will chase her out. Or like it's really funny. It's so funny. She's a member of the Sorceress Guild, and that's why she wears pink and things like that. That's her mage color. So there's a little bit of that as well. She appears to be fearless at times, so in a way she might make a good Green Lantern. Uh, but she definitely is very powerful, and I'll go more into her sorcerer, her like most powerful spells. Like I said, the Giga Slave, of course, is one of her biggest attacks. The Ragna Blade. When she required a lot of talismans from other people, her magical capacity got really stronger. So not just from her skills as well, but a lot of artifacts and talismans and things like that will increase her powers. However, some of her attacks, like the Ragna Blade, can drain her. Like there's a price for using some of her attacks. The Ragna Blade can drain her energy, drain her pretty much really bad. The first time, of course, the Giga Slave, she can use up to 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen her do a couple of times. I've seen her do it 4 times before she got winded. She's also able to summon, like I said, a sword called the Sword of Light, and she used that to defeat the character Ruby Eye Shabanigdo, and that was another attack. She pretty much, and those are pretty much her main attacks that I've seen her use throughout the series. The Giga Slave, the Ragna Blade, and things like that. Also the Dragon Slave as well. She uses that. That's another attack. That's like that's like a more powerful attack of hers. But she's also a good businesswoman, and that's because of her family. Her family was endowed in merchants and stuff, so she knows how to barter with people. She knows how to make deals, to get the best for this, and for this, like she can get this for that, and a lot of her companions are impressed by that, but they still know why she's doing it, because she's kind of greedy. She doesn't want to pay full price for a lot of things. And that's something that intrigues me about Lina. She's always trying to barter with people. Like, if she doesn't like the price, she'll barter, and that's funny. That's funny to me. But she has good intentions. Sometimes her good intentions are not always keen, but she's very much a people person. She likes to be around people. She likes all the fame and glory. She likes the spotlight, so to speak, on her. That's one thing she likes about her. Her sister is more of a big deal than she is, and she kind of has like a rivalry. Her sister Luna Inverse is a knight of this certain realm called in that universe. She's a knight of what was it? Sifed, or that, I think that's the name of it. And Lina also is scared of her sister like crazy. So there's a little bit of a rivalry, but also fear in between the two sisters. Now, in terms of her relationship with Gowry, the first person she met in the first series, Gowry is a good swordsman. He wields the sword of light. That's his weapon really. But Lina can wield it as well. But it belongs to Gowry. Uh, but Gowry looks at Lina at first in the beginning just as a little girl, because just at looking at her body, he's like, "Oh my God, I just saved a little girl." Like I thought you were a beautiful woman or something like that. And at first, their relationship is more like a big brother little sister routine. But then it becomes more, when the series progresses, we start to see feelings come between them. But they've always been together. They've been together throughout the entire series of all the seasons. Definitely.
Here's another new email.
And I apologize for that again. But Lina definitely is one of those female anime characters that has the respect, I believe, the of the people who love anime and manga. She's a classic, and to me, she deserves the respect. You know, she deserves what she's got, because the Slayer series is a classic series, and I'm more into the classic anime series more than the newer stuff that comes out now. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy a lot of the newer stuff that comes out, but I'm more of the old school. I like the old school stuff. But I'm glad to see that the Slayers has still held up to the test of time by still coming out with new series and movies and OVAs and things like that. And just getting to see Lina, just seeing Lina do her thing, but also, you know, be completely just so free-willed and so full of spirit, just makes my day with Lina. You know, for all those who have seen the series and watching it not just in the dubbed, but also in the original Japanese subtitle, like I do. I watch both. The actress who voiced her in the dub series has done it for years, and her name is Lisa Ortiz, and she does a good job at voicing Lina. She really brings Lina to life, you know, with that kind of that high pitched voice and things like that. But she does a great job, and Lina definitely is one of the million in my opinion. But I will agree, she is a very powerful sorceress. To me, she just doesn't kind of know how to restrain her magical capabilities. You know, if she doesn't always have to need to me, she doesn't always have to go out. She doesn't always have to go out strong with some opponents that don't really deserve it. You know, like, you know, regular bandits. I mean, she could just easily do some kind of regular sorcerer attack, but in the Slayer's world, black magic is all about destruction and things like that, and that's how it is. But I don't mind her doing it sometimes. It just shows you that she's unpredictable. That's basically what it is. When you think you know her, you don't, and that's another thing about it. All right. But other than that, guys, I just like to say thanks for listening once again, and this is my take on Lina Inverse and why I like her. Thank you for listening for this week's characters, why I like them, and stay tuned next week when I bring you the next two. But other than that, this is Mom Running Kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real, guys. You take care.